everybody, I am Lori Cooch and I want to show you a card, a nice little fall card. I've done a little bit of pre-cutting, not a whole bunch. So I'm using one of our White Daisy card bases. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. We're not needing it right yet. Then I have some toffee cardstock that I cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because that fits right on our card base. And then I have a piece of French vanilla cardstock, which is becoming one of my most favorite cardstock colors that we have right now. You want the cleanness of a white, but not the bright white. French vanilla is what you want. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some inking on the edges of both of these. And I'm using my inky thing and some toffee ink. And I'm just going to ink this up. And then just go around the edges. This is really quick. These are one of my favorite things now. One of my downline actually showed them to me, and they're what I use now for inking. I'm also going to ink on the toffee cardstock. Just gives it a cute dimensional feel, gives it a little bit of warmth to it when it's all done. One thing I want to point out that the thin cuts we're going to be using, these are in the September-October catalog. So they're going to be going away. So if you want them, you're not going to want to wait because when they're gone, they're gone. Well, actually, October 31st is the last day because they're part of the Hawthorne paper pack. So I'm done with toffee for right now. So I'm going to set those aside. Now the thin cuts that I'm using, let me grab all my Cuttlebug pieces, are layered leaves, and it's Z like zebra 3523. And I'm going to cut 3 of them. I'm going to cut them 3 times on the Sangria cardstock. Now the leaf that I'm going to use is this one, and I'm going to cut it 3 times, but I'm going to use the vein piece that's going to give it the look of a leaf just once, and this will all make sense when you see what I'm doing. So grab my Cuttlebug. I know this is like really close, but let me try and put this up so it's not so close up on you right now. Is that better? Sorry, I should have checked this before. Oh, now my chair's gonna get stuck. Okay. So I'm just gonna make my little Cuttlebug sandwich here. And I'm going to use my magnetic pad, and it's really warped, and you know what? It's okay. Gotta get them laid up on there though, so they will both cut. And if you're not familiar with thin cuts, I should point this out. So there's this side that's totally flat, and then there's the side that has the cutting blade. That is the side you want with your paper. Whether you're cutting it face up or face down through your machine does not matter one bit, just as long as that cutting side is what is on your paper. I do mine face up because I like to see where my paper is. Now this is very important. So our cardstock has a dark side and a light side. I don't know if you can really see that on the camera, but on these ones, I'm cutting them on the dark side. Actually, no, hold up. I don't want to cut the vein one right yet. I'm going to cut the leaf on the light side. This will all make sense, and I'm glad I went to point that out because I would have screwed the whole thing up. So I'm going to put this on here and run it through my machine. It's going to creak and it's going to make noises, and it's not wanting to work. My mat is so warped that it just doesn't want to go through there. So let's try this. That's not big enough. Darn it. I need one little thinner. Let's try putting it this way. There we go. Nope, still not big enough. It won't go. Okay, I'm back. I had to get rid of that C plate. I didn't know I'd grab that. So I'm gonna run it through, and it's gonna creak and it's gonna crack, and it's totally fine. Now, I want one of them that way. Now I'm going to cut 2 more of these leaves on the dark side. And this will all make sense once we're putting our card together. I want my main leaf to be the light color, so that's why I'm cutting this way. And now, since I'm doing one more pass on the dark, I'm gonna add this other leaf in here. So now I have, let me put these over here so that you can see them. Ooh. So actually I'm going to do this. So this little vein, the vein part of the leaf, the stem area, it is going to stick into your thin cut. So I just take my little pointer from my Cricut machine and just poke it in the holes, and you'll get it to pop right out. Okay. Then all the extra ones, you can pop them out too. I'm told a toothbrush works as well. I bought a toothbrush for this, but I haven't tried it yet. Okay. So, I'm sorry for the interruption. My husband was calling. Okay, this video is a mess, but it'll be worth it, I promise. So I have the dark side and I have the light side. I'm gonna want the dark side to stand out on the light side of my leaf. So that is why I did 1 leaf light and 2 leaves dark. And we're gonna end up with 1 leaf when we're done. So just trust me on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my art glitter glue. Liquid glass works really well for this. I just have the art glitter glue right there on my desk. And I'm going to run it around on the veins here because I want them to stick down on the whole front. And another reason I use art glitter glue is because when I'm making these videos, you can see where it's going, where the liquid glass is clear. and it makes it harder to see what I'm doing. This will dry clear, so if I get it over or I have a blob somewhere and it smooshes out on the other side when I push it on the card or on the leaf, it's okay. But liquid glass is fantastic for this kind of stuff. Okay. Now I'm just going to smoosh it onto my leaf. And what's really good about liquid glue is you can move it around and maneuver it. And again, don't worry about those glue marks. They're going to dry completely clear. Okay. So while this dries for a second, what I'm going to want to have show is the light side of my leaf. So I'm going to, first I have to find some scissors. Cut off the stems of these leaves because they're not going to line up with what we're trying to do here. So I want the light side out. So I'm going to fold in half as best as I can because they're not lining up. See, they're not identical. So I'm going to just fold it in half with the dark side. I did it backward. You want the light side out or the dark side out. Do this one as well. This will all make sense in a second, I promise. Now, this glue should almost be dry, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges of this leaf with the toffee ink. It's not really that noticeable, but it is enough just to change it and give it a little bit more of that fall feeling and texture. Now, the next thing I'm going to do before I fold this in half is I'm going to use our gold shimmer brush, and I'm going to go along the stems of this leaf to make those gold or those veins pop out even more to show on the leaf behind it. Now you can do this after, and now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have, because now this has to dry before I can fold it in half. That's okay. It won't take very long. Isn't that leaf just gorgeous now? Good thing about the glitter is it doesn't take that long to dry. Oh, my dogs are freaking out. So now on this one, we're going to also fold it in half. Just kind of around this stem. Okay. It's not perfect, but it will be okay. And you can use a bone folder if I didn't want to grab mine. So now this is going to line up perfectly with this one. Does that make sense? So I'm going to put my art glitter glue. You could use tape runner, whatever you want, to adhese this down. So there's one side. Now I need to do this side. So this one is going to line up perfect that way. Now, if you used a printed paper on this, it would be stunning. I did not want to open up a whole pack of Hawthorne paper pack, a Hawthorne paper pack, just to make this one card. And I went through my scraps and I had none left. That's how much I love this paper. I had used it all. So you just want to make sure this dries. Okay, well that sits there and dries for a little bit. And I think my fingers have completely worn off the gold glitter pen. So I'm going to say, wait and do that step until the end. Because here I am putting it back on in the places my fingers have removed it. Live and learn, right? And normally, I typically make one of these cards before I show you. Tonight I didn't do that, so I apologize. So now we're coming back to our pieces here. The ones we used at the beginning. I'm going to use our October stamp of the month. It's called Autumn Air. And it's just a favorite. My customer base has gone crazy over this stamp, and I pretty much think almost everybody has ordered it when they placed their order. So we got to figure out what one we want to use. And I'm thinking I like the one that says, and just like that, summer turned into, and well, we're not going to have room to put fall on here. So we'll do fall is in the air. So I'll do a big fall. And so that would go there. And you can lay these out, by the way. If you didn't know that trick, just lay them on your card where you're going to want to put them. So if I put that there, and then I put this leaf here, we could put is in the air down here. Right below it. And we could even tilt fall like that. Okay. So, because that's the layout I like, I'm going to just use my big block and pick them up right off of my piece of paper so that when I go to stamp them, they're going to be perfectly arranged the way I want them. Now I could use the sangria ink to match the ink, but I'm going to stick with the toffee because that's what our background's going to be. And I'm just going to ink it this way because it's a larger area. And I just want really good coverage on all of it. And always stamp on your squishy. Ta-da! I love this stamp set. So pretty. And then I'm just going to put that leaf on here like so. And I'm trying to decide I'm just going to stick it down. I don't need any pop dots or puffy tape or whatever it is you want to call it, because it's already going to be kind of three-dimensional with the 3 leaves. And then because leaves are not perfectly flat, I'm going to just curl it up a little. But I am going to find my dimensionals. And I'm going to put them on the back of this piece. I have some ones that are little cut squares. We have rolls of 3D foam tape, and it's fantastic. I'm just trying to use these up. And put this on our card front. And then I'm just going to use regular tape runner, adhesive, or whatever kind of adhesive you have, to put this on the front of the card. There. Now, if you had some like glitter gems, let's see what I got in my binder here. Looking for gold ones. I have silver there. There. Gold glitter gems. Those will go better with the toffee, I think. And put a couple of those on here. Some little ones. I flipped that one upside down. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to. We'll just get a different one. I have a tool that helps me do this, but I can't seem to locate it because my desk is a mess. And maybe put, oh come on. The downside of having nails is you can't do anything with them. Put one up here. Oh goodness, you guys. I don't know what is wrong with me today. There. I hope you like it. I hope you stuck with me. I know I'm a scattered mess. I apologize for that. I do not know what is wrong with me today. So first off, I really appreciate you watching, and I have a promise to be better on my next video. But I will put links to everything I used in this video right below it on YouTube and in the post on my blog. If you're not currently subscribed to my blog, it is Lori Kuch Crafts, so LORIKUTCHCRAFTS.com. If you sign up for the mailing or the email list on there, you'll get notified every time I post a new video. And I don't always post every day, and I'm not going to bombard your email like every single day. You're not going to get a notification from me. But when there's something fun and something cute, I will post that. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.